one of the most popular movies this year was The Hunger Games. And in that film, the character of Effie Trinket has become a star in her own right. With her outrageous costumes and crazy makeup, I thought it would be a lot of fun to show you how we can recreate that look using items that we can find right here at Goodwill. So here's our inspiration picture, and here's our model, Jessica. Watch the transformation. I'm going to start by applying a very pale base. First thing that we're going to do is use a knee-high pantyhose or a stocking cap to tuck away her hair so that we don't get any makeup on it, and it's going to be easier to put the wig on. I'm using a pancake makeup, but you could really use any kind of light, pale makeup that you'd like to use. I'm just using this because this is really easy to apply. It's very creamy. You just put it on directly, and I'm going to blend that out with a sponge. You can use a sponge that you can get at the drugstore, a makeup sponge. It's important that the lips are completely covered with makeup. And I usually use a Q-tip to blend around sensitive eye areas, things like that. We're also going to be using some false eyelashes today. I'm going to show you how to apply those. Step 2, after we've got our foundation on, is going to be using a very pale powder. Here I have a very pale pink face powder, and I'm going to be putting on the powder with a powder puff because I want it very, very matte. And I'm pressing it into the skin, just like that. So press it in and then pat it. And it's very important to go all the way down the neckline, up the neck, and make sure you've got it very evenly powdered. Here's the fake eyelashes. So what you're going to do is push that back and pull off one at a time. And what I do is I kind of set them on the side like that so that I can manipulate them later. It's not that hard, but there is, like I said, a little trick to it. So just to make it easier to pick up, I put them like that. The next thing I'm going to do, and this is the professional trick, the eyelash adhesive. This is a latex-based adhesive, so it easily peels off when you're done or when you want to take them off. I apply it to my hand first rather than to the eyelash. And what I'm going to do now is take the lash itself, and what I'm doing is really dipping it into the glue that's on my hand. Do you see how I'm doing that? I'm actually dragging it through the glue to apply the glue onto the lash itself. And that way too, if I have a little excess, I can drag it off and reapply it on another area. Now I'm just going to let this dry a little bit before I apply it. And it's important too at this point to bend the eyelash a little bit to shape it to the shape of the eye. And I'm just doing this for about 30 seconds. And close your eyes, please. Now I'm going to take it, and starting from the center, I'm going to apply this just like that. Keep your eyes closed, please. And it's really important to keep your eyes closed. I probably would recommend having someone help you with this, simply because it'll make it a lot easier. And you can see why I had to shape them a little bit, just so that it really goes into the lash line. This is where a Q-tip comes in handy sometimes too, to shape it and make sure that it's lifted. And I always do this because it helps remove any excess glue. While I let that finish drying, I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of blush. I'm using a pink, just like the character in my inspiration picture. I'm using kind of a flamingo pink. And I'm going to put it kind of high. In our picture, she has her blush kind of high. And since this is Halloween and not real life, we want it to be a little more dramatic. So go ahead and put it on kind of heavy. Now, what I'm going to be using for makeup today is what's called aqua color. And what it is, it's a water-based theatrical makeup, especially for all you moms out there or anyone that has kids. It's reusable. You can use this over and over again. It is water-based, and I'm simply going to dip my brush in water, go into it. It's almost like a watercolor, but it is a latex-based and water-based product that comes off easily. Now, in my picture, she has like a green line, and since our costume that we're doing is green, I'm going to go ahead and use the green. I'm going to mix these two together. You can use it for kids' parties. It's what they use for face painting, things like that. Very simple to do and a little easier to apply than the more oil-based products, and easier to work with and easier to remove. And again, I'm just going to mix my two colors together to get kind of a deeper tone. And this is a great, like I said, it's a wonderful thing for families because this type of makeup lasts forever because it is only activated with water, so you can use it over and over and over again. I am going to blend this out slightly, just a little bit, and all I'm doing is just taking my finger and just dappling it, just a little bit, because this is almost like a paint, and unlike regular makeup, you have to kind of play with it. It's a little more artistic, but the same brush, this time I'm going to go into my brown. You can buy makeup like this at any theatrical store. You can buy it at any of the Halloween places. And especially if you have children, it's a great investment because, like I said, you can use this over and over and over again. Now, I'm going to do her mouth. This is what I told you about earlier. In our picture, you can see that they don't go all the way out. She has a very tiny little Cupid's bow lip. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to use my bright pink. And we're going to give her that Cupid's bow. And once this makeup is dry, it really does not move, which is great for any costume that you're doing, but especially something like this. We're getting closer to our picture. It's fun to see this take shape. Here's a little trick that I'm going to show you too about the eyelashes. So, open your eyes. Sometimes the glue gets a little glue. It's latex glue. So like what I wanted to tell you is, there you go. Does it feel sticky? No? But you can see how she's transformed. The eyelashes really give us this look of this character. And I'm going to use a very simple eyeliner. And this is one that's almost like a magic marker. And this is something that you can buy anywhere. You could use an eye pencil. This is a very easy one to do. It's not really a brush. I might add a couple little eyelashes underneath. And now I'm going to have you close your eyes. And I'm going to just go right along this top eyelash too. That's why I wait till it's totally dry. And while her makeup is drying, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Here's our Effie wig that we did. The signature of this character's outfit is that she always has a large rose or flowers in the center of her hair. So here I've taken really a kind of a frizzy wig and I've pinned it together in the back, and we've used some flowers that I found here at Goodwill and I put them in the center. So I'm now going to put this on her while our makeup is drying so we can start getting the whole effect. And now she's really starting to look like our character from the Hunger Games. And I'm just going to play around with the wig a little bit. It's been pinned together, so I'm just going to move some of my pins around. And I think we're really starting to look like our character now. And we've done this in a very few simple steps. Now, through the magic of video, we're going to have Jessica go and change into her costume, and then I can explain what we've done with that. Okay, we're ready for our big reveal. We've taken our model Jessica and transformed her into Effie Trinket, the star of the Hunger Games. one of the most popular movies this summer. We've done it in a few simple steps, but I can't wait to show you how she looks. Here she is. I think we've done a really great job here. We've taken a lot of the elements from Effie's iconic costumes in the film and transformed Jessica by using things that we found here at Goodwill. She wears big, ruffled, and puffy sleeves, as you can see. So I found this shrug here at Goodwill, and I also found a dress that had the jewel tones that she always wears throughout the film. We emulated the big bow on this side by using a metallic scarf, and we also emulated her headpiece by using some flowers that we had here and put them right in the center. We did the makeup almost exactly the same as our picture, and I think we've done a really great job. Don't you? Why not trick out your Halloween costume this year with help from Goodwill, and you'll treat our mission in return. You'll be glad you did. And don't forget to visit us at amazinggoodwill.com for more tips and tricks to make your party a great time.